Let's, shall we podcast?
We already are.
Kristine Levine says, I could podcast and promote my career, but that would require getting out of a chair.
I'm coming. I'll do it then.
We have a chair for you.
Get her a LaBelle.
I need a fat
Get her a Danny. No, she needs a fat chair.
Doug, instead of calling it a fat chair, can we call it a four corner?
Thanks.
No, we'll call it a LaBelle.
LaBelle.
Danny LaBelle was the guy that bent the other chairs.
That's right.
So we'll call it a LaBelle.
I like these better anyway because they don't have sides, so I can kind of spill over on the end. Yeah, that's real nice. I don't feel constrained.
I think they researched their fat chairs. I like them too.
Yeah, they're real good. Nice job, you guys. Nice job for a bunch of skinnies. Not bad.
We're tired of cleaning up broken, bent chairs.
Good, finally. I'm glad I wasn't the one who did it too. Oopsie.
There's still one that's questionable from the other night, but I won't talk about it, I guess.
The red one? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but that was already questionable from LaBelle.
Did somebody strategically place that one there, or did that just get sat on by accident?
We have so many fucking stools now because I put 4 fat stools in.
For LaBelles.
4 LaBelles because, well, we have quite a bit of fat friends, and
we're fat friendly in the fun house.
Well, the problem was there was a fat friend over that wasn't enough of a friend to say, hey, can you please get up so we can give you a fat chair?
See,
so we just had to endure
that's on
it.
you guys.
Yes.
Well, we're diplomats here.
We shouldn't have people that we can't say, hey, get in a fat chair.
That's what I think.
We should be on that level. We shouldn't even have to be drunk to be able to tell people here, hey, you're too fat for that chair, move to this chair.
Right.
If we don't know you that well, where that's a comfortable conversation, you shouldn't be here anyway. And that's my fault because I get drunk and say, yeah.
We're not installing a scale at the gate.
I've been wanting to tell you for far too long and not really on a podcast. And plus it's detrimental to my own, situation. But you're far too fucking nice. You got to fucking dick it up a little bit. I roller coaster through moods.
Yeah. We've been trying to get him to dick it up a little, as you say, for a while. And then it started
Whoa. Who's trying to put me out of a job?
Not you. But I mean, there's some of us that have been like, Dr. Dims wasn't a great idea, babe. And then it started then.
First of all, Dr. Dims was in the MySpace days, and I thought I confused him with Drumwild.
Which was also a mistake.
I'm not going to say that. He might listen to the podcast.
Who's Dims? Was he the guy that showed up?
He was the guy at the Death Valley party that we put on trial. But Drumwild, we always needed a drummer.
Right, that's true.
And so I go, all right, yeah, I kind of used you, but I got the wrong guy. So I invited Dr. It's a long story. Yeah, I make some bad choices, but you know what?
That's
for
okay.
every
I
bad
fixed
choice.
it. I fixed it. I fucking handled Dr. Dims.
You killed him?
Well, I didn't kill him, but I set the stage for the murder of him.
All right, you know what? No more people like that, and then Chad Shank has to go. Because
no!
I invited Chad Shank blind like that too.
That's what I prefaced my statement. I mean that's.
Yeah, his own
I'm
detriment.
part of that.
At his own detriment. Yes, you did say that.
We bat 99%.
But it could be done better.
What you mean? We bat like 900?
Yeah, it was.
Were you using a basketball term? I don't know.
There's very few douchebags that are like standout douchebags that show up here.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that you would trust my judgment on that at least. So if a guy walks into the yard and I say,
for instance, a hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically, if a guy walked in and I said, hey, there's a guy coming in the gate and I don't know who he is, which is not an uncommon situation because I don't know everybody that you know.
Yep. Could have happened the other day.
It could happen any day. But it'd be nice if you guys would look and go, I don't know that guy either, and let me know, or say, yeah, we know that guy, because there's no need for you to go out and see who the guy is if you don't know him. I should go out and see him.
For the record, we were in the midst of hating doing this book on tape, and everyone wanted a reason to go, oh, I'll go see who that guy is. No, I'll go see who it is. Any chance for a break where we could turn on the AC? Oh, my God.
That might have been the worst. The heat. I got, I was pretty fucked up, but just the heat in here would get so bad.
First 2 days before we got a rhythm.
Your face physically changes, where you just get hangdog like cartoon. What's that? Droopy dog. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, I feel it. I try to fight it.
Pretty good.
I've been here for a lot of days in a row.
Killer Termites game. We have another one on Sunday.
Every Sunday, I looked to double check.
Sunday
it's every Sunday
at
through
1 p.m.
July.
We're not going to do that open invite. That was Killer Termites Day.
May 29th.
That first one I was around to be at. There was one before that. I don't know how it went, but that was a fucking fun game. And there's another game coming up, all through July 24th, every Sunday at 1, and we'll hang out for the game, but we can't do that one Killer Termites Day. You can let the dog in.
She's standing over by the fire pit.
Light the fire pit.
That was a good day. There's a lot of
It
people,
was so
though.
much fun, but I don't want to.
No.
It's such a come down from having a day that long.
And then we went straight into this, and we finished this, and then tomorrow was going to be recovery day before football, but tomorrow night's UFC.
You mean before baseball?
Before
I mean
baseball.
baseball. Sorry, what did I say?
Football. People are going, wow, this must be
All right,
an
let
old
me-
podcast.
All right, let me do that again. Before baseball,
Can you put the inflection on ball?
Yeah. Hit it on ball.
anyways, tomorrow was going to be recovery day before baseball on Sunday, and then tomorrow's UFC.
What's who's fighting?
Oh, it's a good one. It's
Yeah.
a good one. It's the
Yeah.
two short guys.
Yeah, Faber and Cruz.
Last Sunday's was a
Well, you're not going
was
to
a
know who
dog.
the fuck they are anyway, but
We'll
no,
bet on
you'd
it.
recognize him. We've been looking forward to this one. This is actually a good one.
All right, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll be up. It'll be recovery day in that I'll sleep.
well,
I'll drug myself to sleep up until kickoff of your UF football
UFC
fight.
kickoff.
UFC football.
I'll-
They kick 2 balls instead of 1.
Boy, do they waka waka.
So what else is going on, Doug?
Kristine Levine is what I wanted to get to.
Oh,
You have a CD coming out?
yeah, I do. I'm actually doing it. I'm at home right now in Tucson, thanks. And I have been going over my notes and
Edits?
like editing. I've been editing it and listening to the parts that I don't like. And I got to be honest with you, I really like all of it.
nice.
I hate the sound of my own voice. I think a lot of people do, but the comedy is solid. Like I'm listening to it because now it's been like a year and a half since I recorded it. So now it's like I'm listening to someone else talking.
Yeah.
So but I still think that the comedy is good, and I'm like, man, that's pretty funny. Even the stuff where I make fun of my parents a little bit. And by the way, I love my parents, but I make fun of them, and I'm like, man, that's really funny. I want to leave it in so bad, but I don't think they'd take it right. So I don't know.
They listen to your comedy?
I don't know. I don't know if they would or not. They watch Portlandia, which
Okay.
is kind of weird.
Some
for them.
people think
I don't
that they're
know.
Tell them that's your comedy.
Yeah, that's it, Mom. It's just
Some people think that the people around them closest to them don't listen to the podcast. And then all of a sudden, you find out you're wrong on the worst possible podcast.
right, exactly.
Better safe than sorry would be my advice to you, Kristine.
And I love my parents so much, but at some point, I kind of act like I kind of say that they're stupid, and I don't mean that. I don't mean they're not really stupid.
Can't you just make up like
But-
you have a show family that you talk about?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
is
yeah,
it that close to home?
It's really close.
On the nose.
But because I'm pretty honest about stuff, but I don't really think that they're dumb. I just anyway. So that's the one part.
Are they spry enough to understand if you explain that?
Yeah,
you have to say that for comedy purposes, Ma. That's what you do.
Yeah, they're pretty savvy. My dad's real
When
smart.
Johnny
They're
Carson
smart.
said true story, it wasn't a true story.
Yeah.
It's for comedy. You build it up.
I have
Mom.
to do that to my kids sometimes too, because they're like they'll be like, "We're not that fat. We're not that. I mean, we're
because
fat."
they're looking at you.
I know. Like if we're standing next to you, we're okay. but I'm like, but you guys are like, but if you're standing next to normal people, you're still disgusting. So I don't know.
Do you have a copy of your CD with you?
No, not with me. No.
Where does one get the copy?
Well, we can't get it yet because I'm still editing it, but it will be released on Stand Up Records. In the next
but where
couple months.
can we? Because I'd love to.
I have it right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Online, yeah.
So we can tease it.
Sure, yeah. I can get a snippet for you.
And then what is your mom's email?
Well, I don't know. She's so dumb. She don't even know how to do that.
Is the DUI versus date rape bit on it?
No, actually,
oh my
this is
fucking God.
So I
that
finally
bit has needed to be out for
I know.
2 years. It's one of the best
It's
fucking
so-
bits.
When her mom
so
got
good.
when her mom got a DUI and her dad date raped someone.
Shut up, you guys. My dad's a teacher.
They'll never listen to this podcast.
So like, you don't know. Okay, I hope not. Anyway, Mom, Dad, I love you.
Well, we've
Thanks for the
introduced you
money.
as Chelsea Peretti, so there's no way they're gonna know this is you.
I know. God damn it. Oh, but so I'm editing it, and it is a good. It is a good CD, I think. But a lot of the jokes like that I didn't put on there, that I just have to put out another CD back to back, because I do have a bulk of material that because I didn't release any material for so long, that I have these jokes that just so I need to do another one right away. That's true.
Well, we only knew someone with recording equipment and a stage.
If only.
Well,
we knew.
we need if we're gonna do that show down the line.
Yeah.
We should figure out how. Well, Shawnee's already looked into video equipment. We should at least film a trailer of a Funhouse show. You don't want to burn everyone's material, but we could put out a YouTube trailer of Erickson, just a couple minutes of Erickson, a couple minutes of a song from Mishka, a couple minutes of Kristine. Becker's gonna be here. Fuck yeah, put some Becker on there, and just put a Funhouse trailer. Because I'd love this place to be a venue. I just have way too much shit.
I talked to someone in LA, and they said anything we need, equipment wise, technical wise. If we want to stream it live, whatever we want to do, basically.
I know. I just have so many things that I'm supposed
got other
to do, or
yeah.
want to do, or should have done, and I need focus.
Hey, don't worry about that. I think, and the reason I haven't even included you into the July 4th private show in the Funhouse is because you got other things going on, and if your schedule takes you away, it takes you away, but we're still using your place.
Someone asked me about filming a special here, and I go, well, that was just something we're talking about. I don't know how to do, we don't have a film crew here. We did when we filmed our tester of my the Pop-Off Vodka Presents that hasn't come out yet. It'll come out one day. It's just a bunch of shit that I wanted to put out that I never put out. It either got cut out of other specials for time, or stuff that just didn't fit in that I never recorded. The China bit, we only put that out as audio, a touching tribute to China, the wrestler.
Well, she forced our hand.
Yeah, she had to go and die and maybe we'll put out the fucking audio quick.
That whole whatever you put out on that is going to be a hell of a commercial in itself, because that was fucking a great night.
Well, we videotaped
The
that
lighting
entire
was all
night.
fucked up, and we're
I
getting.
can't
around
imagine the lighting making it less fucking great than it was.
the lighting on the stage. The stage looked like it was a real comedy club. There's 35 people in here, including the all the equipment. and the stage looks phenomenal.
Oh,
but they
man.
overlit the audience. So when they do audience shots, they're more brightly lit than me, and it makes it seem very awkward. But we'll fix that.
First
Again,
try.
it was a
this is the first
tester. It's-
attempt. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
This was never supposed to be anything. This was just you
it's
getting.
like, hey, since we have a camera crew here anyway for the real special, let's do it the night before and fuck off in here, and it worked great. We've had some fucking phenomenal shows. Sunday night was absolute, and it was just a pick up. riffing.
Tell her.
What?
Last
Yeah, tell me
Sunday.
about
Last
that.
Sunday.
Yeah, after the Killer Termites / Tucson Saguaros baseball game.
Baseball game.
We had a bunch of people here, and Bingo played.
Oh,
She never plays live.
Kelly
Second time ever with Kelly Carpenter
With a band.
a band, Maria or something. I don't know.
It was great.
The hot chick drinking whiskey straight off the plastic jug. I like her.
Ben and Julius were the guitarist and drummer. I don't know the gal's name. And then Kelly.
There was just people doing storytelling.
That was great.
It was
Yeah.
fucking great.
Oh, fun.
And that's the other great thing about here is you would never have a bad audience here. I mean, everybody who's here is so grateful to be here, and you just look around and everybody's looking at each other with awe in their eyes, like, this is fucking fantastic to be here for this. So there would never be a bad audience for whoever wanted to be here.
It's just logistical shit. Where Chaille was doing the audio book with Bruce. We're doing fucking 12-hour days of me stuttering and fucking everything up, and then podcasting for a minute afterwards, and then Chaille would go take a nap, get up, edit the podcast, put it out, get up early to wake up, and then you're gonna put what else on him while he's still doing merch fulfillment, fucking chump work. He's fucking sweeping the goddamn Well, you're not supposed to be sweeping stuff, putting my trash out.
I stopped sweeping.
On the way to breakfast this morning, Stanhope goes, I feel bad even trying to ask Chaille to go to breakfast because I don't know if he's awake or trying to sleep or what. Yeah.
I stopped myself from inviting you to breakfast because you do too much.
Yeah.
Like you might go because you had to go to breakfast.
I'd go and then I'd go, should we bring the mobile gear? Do you want a podcast?
Do you want to talk over
mornings?
breakfast?
Hey, that's a good idea. We've been trying to focus on local businesses. Jimmy's was fucking fueled.
Jimmy's Hot Dogs. Hey, let's do a spontaneous, just real life commercial for Jimmy's Hot Dogs. Yes. That audio book
fueled.
We'll put that. Maybe I'll take out the dedication to Bingo and put in Jimmy's Hot Dogs.
The grinder.
That place has been here for have you ever eaten there, Uncle Bill?
All the time.
I went when they first opened 9 years ago, and I got a hot dog, and I don't like hot dogs. No one does. It's a default food at the baseball stadium because it's all they have.
That's a good hot dog.
Like Bruce from Audible.com. Audible.com. Sign up now.
Dog.
I didn't know they had. Someone said, you said they have grinders, and just the word grinder is a New England word.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll try a grinder. And the last 3 days, all we did is put in the same order, the same thing. Audible.com got the Chicago dog. Me and Chad Shank split the Italian grinder, which
Is that what I had today?
Yes.
Is that what I ate?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh my
fucking
god.
incredible.
This is so good.
This is why I have to tell you about Jimmy's.
Hang on, no, I haven't met Jimmy, but you're not on the mic, and this is we'll talk after.
This Jimmy's thing started because I was really hungover one day, and I remember Chad coming in and saying that, wait a minute, they got sandwiches there, and they have a half-pound burger. I think the half-pound is after cooking, right? So I was hungover, and I remember Chad saying that. I go, Tracy, we'll go. I'm fucked. I'm not going to go to Burger King. I'll go to Jimmy's. I walk in there on a Monday morning. They're fucking out of meat. They have no... What the fuck? You have no hamburgers
Before the lunch rush, and they're right across the street
from Safeway. And I was fucking, and I realized as I'm telling her how ridiculous this sounds that I'm yelling at an angry ocean. There's nothing. What can she do? If they had meat, they'd do it, right? And then a week later, I go and have the hamburger, and I understand why they didn't go to Safeway. All their fucking stuff is really fresh, and whoever their supplier is not from fucking around here.
Nope.
And their hamburger is amazing, and the grinder, everything, even the chicken patty, it's not something you could go to Costco or you could, which a lot of restaurants do. His ingredient list is fucking phenomenal, and a lot of it comes from back east. So that's why I go
amazed
there.
Chaille didn't just do Chaille work and overmanage it, go to Safeway, buy the meat, come in, cook the burgers for the lunch rush.
If you give me 3 more minutes, I can go get my spatula, but I definitely am going back there. I'm cooking this burger. Yeah, I felt like a dick. I overtipped. They have got really good root beer, which is that's my thing. Is
they
a fucking
import all of it.
greasy burger, and yeah, the root beer is actually from the Midwest, back east as well. So yeah, good ingredients.
Uncle Bill, we can hear you. There's a live podcast going on. I know you can't go more than 3 minutes without talking, but there's a lot.
Jimmy.
I know, but you
That's not Jimmy.
you're 72 years old.
One.
You think?
One.
Oh, I'm sorry, 71.
One.
71. All right, then you're
Youngster.
yeah.
But that's
You
what it
still
matters.
think you're whispering. You were so much that I could hear you on the podcast that he put out tomorrow. That's how loud you were whispering.
Eat it, Jimmy's.
Can I tell you what I was saying?
Hang on.
Let's
Uncle Bill wants to talk.
This is important.
This is very important about Jimmy, and it may or may not be cut out of this podcast.
None of you here have ever met Jimmy?
No.
Yes, I have. Go ahead.
Oh, isn't he beautiful? Jimmy's a big man, and he's from Chicago. And he's lived in the blues district his whole life. We met him at a concert in Tucson. And just get Jimmy in here when you do your thing. You'd really enjoy this guy.
You're like Grandpa Simpson without the jokes and the writing staff. It was 19-dickety-2.
Jimmy.
I got you.
And he does use real stuff.
That was important. Thank you, Uncle Bill.
I follow Uncle Bill around with an ashtray because he's the guy that gets the 8-inch ash. And I just, right now, while he was talking, I was trying to tap his ash with the ashtray, and I missed.
I'm busy. I'm talking.
All right. This is, when you come to Bisbee, you have to go over to Ward 3, they call it now that we know election season nomenclature. Not nomenclature, nomenclature. Ward 3 is San Jose, the San Jose district. Jimmy's Hot Dogs, 938 West Highway 92. If you want to get something to go, call 520-432-5911 and tell them Bisbee Obscure Productions sent you. Now, do we get into that or not? We're still going to milk that?
Another podcast.
All right, let's
after
take
a break.
Let's take a break and discuss it.
Do you need to make a will
Need to file a living trust?
or get a patent on that $1 million idea?
Do you need a lawyer for any reason at all?
Well, why not just hire yourself?
At foolforaclient.com, we make the dream of being your own attorney spring to life.
When it comes to protecting your family and your future, are you going to trust some stranger with a fancy diploma on the wall?
What makes some attorney better than you?
I'm facing felony charges for DUI manslaughter.
With foolforaclient.com, you just download pages of confusing legal speak and fill in the blanks.
It's just like Mad Libs.
For almost every legal affair, don't throw away your hard-earned cash on some stiff in a suit.
Go to foolforaclient.com and show up in court in your pajamas.
Thanks to foolforaclient.com, I'm not allowed in Texas anymore.
That's foolforaclient.com with the number 4, because someone else has the spelled out version.
Part 2, Digging Up Uncle Bill.
Oh, if he dies.
If he dies,
care,
I'm
Uncle
stealing
Bill.
his hair.
He's great hair.
When you die, don't worry. Before I call 911, I'll be calling for clippers.
Hope to see you again. He's going to write another book. We can't just do one.
Hey, can I just do audiobooks like as side projects? Do you do that?
Sir. Yes.
Audible.com does just Audible books. I think maybe we should put a book together, Mr. Shank.
Well, that,
Okay.
way you're not doing a book. You don't have to write it first. You just have to talk.
Only Audible.com exclusive.
Yeah.
I'll read other people's books. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I'll write
It's not
something.
exclusive to this cult, you know.
Chad
I'll
Shank,
write something for you to read just for your.
I would listen to his grocery list all day. I would just, what did he say?
He eats a
Oh.
lot, but so do you.
Yeah.
Please hold. You'd listen to it for
Pizza.
ideas.
It's not. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not for his voice. It's for ideas. So he said.
Bacon. I never thought of that.
I like
right.
biscuits and mustard.
Oh Jesus! I had a sling blade beat. I didn't know you could do it so much better, but it was just 3 words. When we got mother on mushrooms, and I went into some weird character that had to check the perimeter, and I kept talking it like Sling Blade, and I had to read that today. I didn't know you did Sling Blade perfectly. Thank yous. Let's get some thank yous, and I know I don't have them all. There's still fucking boxes of shit out there, but we'll get to them eventually. Eventually, we'll get caught up. Life will slow down at some point, right?
Not in the near
I
future,
do
but
nothing, and it seems so overwhelming. But this week we actually did shit. I got a letter from prison from a girl that is doing 5 years for a DUI, and that means she killed someone.
Yeah.
Something.
or multiple DUIs.
Or she's in Dubai or something.
But that usually means something happened. Something else happened.
Abigail, I didn't read your letter. I had. We're becoming the Stern Show slowly, but we have less wacky whack packers, but we're getting interns that double as bartenders. Tracy, I go, listen, I'm tired of reading. We just did 40 hours of solid reading. Will you read this letter and see if there's anything in it? No, you broke it down. The fucking girl's, she's in Texas, in jail in Texas for 5 years for something DUI related. And
Sodomy?
Third DUI
Is their car for sale?
at auction.
Probably doesn't need it.
Do they
But-
take a car for DUI?
You know what? I'm just, all I'm gonna do is give out your address in prison, because there's a lot of people that listen, killer termites that listen, that have similar stories and shit going on.
Do you want to touch on the Victor Farr thing? How you did that and how?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't.
Read the book.
Read the book, yes. But yeah, first of all, don't drink and drive. It's never worth it, because you're going to be that guy that blows .081 and some kid rides out in front of you with a tricycle and you crush his fucking skull where you're perfectly sober for you.
His dad could throw him into the street, and you would be the one going to jail,
Yeah,
not the
it's
father
just
throwing
it's
his
so
kid into the
fucked.
street.
It's not worth the risks on any level. Abigail Hill, number 1995104, Carol Young unit. Who's Carol Young? You know what? We're going to dedicate this prison wing after you.
She was the best guard. She was the one that didn't fuck any other male prisoners. She's so good.
Abigail Hill, number 1995104, in the Carol Young unit, 5509 Atwater Ave, Dickinson, Texas, 77539. Hit pause, rewind, And then you're going to rewind. Oh, I rewound too far. Fucking podcast.
Bruce is nodding as you read that like I haven't seen him do in days.
Oh, I thought he was nodding like he knew her.
No, he was nodding because you just nailed that read.
Good job, babe.
All right, quick thank you. Someone sent me a book, Steve Turner, and I didn't read your letter either. It's something about going to I know you hate plays, and I know you hate the UK, so I just dismissed the rest of it. You're not going to talk me into it, but thanks for sending me whatever you sent me. Is this is a play by Keith Waterhouse, based on the life and writings of Jeffrey Bernard. Jeffrey Bernard is unwell. Okay, well, if you send it, if it's in the, it's too small a print, but you have tiny eyes. You read it.
I do have tiny
You got a
eyes.
plug. Thanks for sending shit to
Oh my God.
212 Van Dyke Street, Bisbee, Arizona, 85603. Send it to us. You got the Zoom reference.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
WGBH Boston.
Wait. Oh, fuck. Did I fuck up? Yeah, Steve Turner. No, I see I fucked
That's
that
right.
up. Oh, Steve.
right?
But Steve Turner. Yeah, okay. Steve Turner sent me the
awful play.
Jeffrey Bernard is unwell by someone else. There's too many names.
Right.
Okay. Stanhope. Thought of all the people that. Oh, this is one of those fucking. They sell these in the South a lot.
Yeah,
It's just-
those are. We saw those on tour, and it
It's
was
one of
funny
those-
for a while.
Yeah, it's one of those rags you buy at the convenience store that's all mug shots. This is how I found Pandora Tranowski, also in the book, plug. When I fucking looked up one ex-girlfriend on the internet, Pandora Tranowski, and the first thing I found was all of her mugshot pictures from like Faces of Meth, and the second one I saw was her obituary, and I hated being happy about that. But you can't ignore you can't force yourself to care. We were talking about this with you hate people with one arm,
Yes.
baby arm Joe,
Sorry.
and I.
Well,
hate,
yeah.
There's some people you can you have to be polite, but if your inner instinct is to go,
Ugh. Yeah.
that's it.
That's your body telling you something.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, someone sent that's Steve W. sent us a mugshot rag from the South. And one last thing,
But Doug, did you see the documentary on those mugshot rags?
no, but
there's
let me get.
all right.
Tell me after this. Thank you, Kevin Hurst from St. Augustine, Florida, sent us some hot sauce. It's gator hammock gator sauce. He says it goes very well with a steak.
First three ingredients?
And I got I'm going to give this to you. Kind of like I gave Bingo's throwaway check that she used as a notepad.
Why?
That is, we must have mentioned on a podcast, one of the guys, the only story, I made sure every story in there is verifiable.
Yep.
And the only story was the cookie prostitution story, where I was a 17-year-old male
Cookie the
prostitute.
person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you traded
And I'm
sex
like,
for a cookie.
The only person that was around was Keith Kingsbury for that, and I can't find him. And we must have mentioned it on a podcast because someone sent, this is where he is, here's his address, here's his phone number. I don't know that I'll call him, but if anyone ever cries bullshit on me, I'll fucking call him.
This is all you got in the letter?
That was it.
This is like almost a ransom note. the way it's
That's what I
written.
told
Yeah.
Bruce. I go, it's written like a ransom note, but the envelope is typewritten
Hey, Chad, just
on a
real-
typewriter.
but Chad, read that right there. That one line.
Poor guy never got out of Worcester.
You can't pronounce Worcester still.
Worcester.
Oh, there's an O in here. That's why.
Oh,
Yeah, this.
Worcester.
Well, I don't. Should we say the guy's name? Should we-
Senator, we're on the air.
Doug's
what
taking
is it
phone
again?
Worcester. Wuss. Remember?
Worcester,
Wuss.
like a wuss.
Yeah.
I blew that one every time.
Like wuss.
Worcester.
Wait. Oh,
It's
hey,
a good thing it only said it 100 fucking times in the book.
it's only in the book, by the way, 15 times. Hey, Doug, is this the guy's number too?
Yeah, we can
Kingsbury?
call him.
All right.
Don't put it aside because
I got it.
like when
I
I
got
got
it.
my my old wife's number, and I go because I was married for like 27 years or something, legally.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a Vegas goof. It's in the book. Well, everything's in the book up until 2008 because it's my fucking memoir. So I should stop saying that.
No, you shouldn't. You can buy them at DougStanhope.com signed.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna need to sell more merch. Anyway,
And by the way, if you see that the book is sold out online, that's only temporarily. It's because the number has gone down and I haven't checked the website. So yes, we will always have signed books until someone figures out I'm signing them.
Have you heard of anybody going into like Barnes and Noble and doing fake autographs in your books yet?
I have heard a lot of people say that whatever bookstore they go to doesn't carry it, and I don't know how to change that.
Oh.
If you go to a bookstore or have one in your town, bitch at them and say, "Hey, what, you don't have that? Are you kidding?"
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's polite.
Yeah.
And you ask, how come you don't
Be
carry
polite.
this?
Be a
Be a
diplomat.
diplomat. But if they have enough people going into a store, a location, and it's being asked for, there's no reason. They need to move books. They don't store books. That's a fucking library. They want you to buy a book when you walk in there. And if
They'll
you walk
order it
in
for
there
you.
and ask them where the book is and they say it's not there, and then you walk out, that's failure for the manager. And if enough people do that, they'll end up figuring it out.
Also, be prepared for them to look at you and say, "It's 2016. You don't have fucking Amazon on your phone, you dipshit." So either way,
okay,
it could work.
okay.
It could go either
That
way.
could
Really.
happen. You could get a real saucy clerk, I guess.
I said, wait till I'm done with the thank yous. Thank you, Kevin Hurst, for the hot sauce. Gator hammock.
First three ingredients.
Okay, first three ingredients are Louisiana style hot sauce. I'm not kidding. They
So they-
used a hot sauce to make a hot sauce. And then they added distilled vinegar, water, granulated garlic, salt,
That's it.
crushed
That's it.
pepper. Sorry.
So where do we get
Yeah.
this Louisiana style hot sauce
Yeah, I
that they
think it's-
based their recipe on?
I'll tell you where you get it. At your thrift store on Bisbee Road. No, we'll try it. We always try hot sauce. Oh, she's trying it.
Well, now, you now own it.
Give it a shot.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it's Louisiana hot sauce. It's like actual.
A little
it's-
vinegary for Louisiana hot sauce?
Yeah, and they put garlic on it, like
As
a lot.
long
yeah,
as
real
it's
good.
not Tabasco. Hashtag
No, it's good.
Tabasco sucks. Hashtag fuck Tabasco. All right,
that's
here's we teased this on the last
The first, the A block.
we teased it on one of the previous podcasts. This is where the Killer Termites have been shat upon in the Bisbee Observer. He's up top. He's just he's barking at dogs that have the pleasure of getting walked.
Poor Ichabod.
We took Ichabod to breakfast. He's so fat we could leave him off leash. He just sat there waiting for sausage outside the door in the shade.
You left me at home, but you took the dog to breakfast.
All right.
Well, they didn't want you to do more work.
Yeah.
This is a letter
walking.
to the editor, and you have it in front of you. So we're gonna do audio book of letter to the editor. And as soon as I fuck up, you take over, Chad.
Give the date of
All right,
the
so you
Observer.
just want me to start then?
This is
Hold on a second.
Taking into him today. Are you mad at Doug? What's the matter with you, Chad?
Give
only gonna
the
be
information
mean.
about this because they can find it online too.
no. I don't think they can.
Really?
You have to subscribe to this thing.
All right. Well, it's the June 2nd edition of the Bisbee Observer.
2016.
I think before we talk about the Killer Termites being slighted publicly, we should give a disclaimer and tell them to please do not react because last night my idea involved fire. I don't want to say anything more than that.
That's
but,
enough. That's enough.
But Stanhope,
We were drunk and
well,
we were not public.
But Stanhope is more of a diplomat than I am in these sorts of things, and let's leave it to him. He's in charge. He has better ways of calling us out as Killer Termites because I realized right away that I didn't need to use fire.
A lot of tweets I get, and again, that's why that idea of having SEAL Team 6
Sick.
SEAL Team sick of the Killer Termites.
The elite. You've been chosen.
Just because I bitch about something, don't just go, oh, we're going to put the Killer Termite, or on your own, we'll put the Killer Termites on it. Like, it's nice to have that ability when someone has been wronged or needs help, and not you just because, oh, my kid has got a club foot and I want to get surgery, or my dog needs some kind of fucking euthanasia. You know, I won't bring up anyone specifically, but like someone died that was, I won't say close, but then there was a GoFundMe page for a fucking young kid that died. He didn't have a fucking family. He doesn't need to be buried. Donate his body to science, you fucking cheap prick. He doesn't need a funeral. People need cadavers to poke around with. They'll pay for all the shit. Like a GoFundMe page? No, I'm not going to fucking promote that. And you can only promote so many. And sometimes maybe you hit a heartstring and I'll go, yeah, fuck yeah, that sounds like it. And comics, a lot of times, hey, yeah, she got her fucking purse robbed and her head stoved in, and now she doesn't have a car and she can't get to gigs. Yeah, that's personal to me because I'm a comic. So yeah, I pick and choose my GoFundMes, but if I don't retweet it, it's not because I don't care. It's I can't care that much. So don't go fucking rogue, Killer Termites. It's great when we can do something together, but we all have to be on the same page. I'm going to read you something. I'm going to leave a name out so you don't go fucking batshit because this is a local thing. You got shit on. I got shit on. You got shit on locally by one crazy fucking lady in town. As far as I've heard, she's crazy. I haven't met her.
Allegedly crazy.
I wrote her a very nice email last
that word.
night. I went the other way. Well, let me read it first. Response to dubious honor. To the editor. I wrote the letter below in response to the... I already fucked up. There you go, Chad.
Shank.
I wrote the letter below in response to an article in the Bisbee Daily Review of May 1st, 2016. For some reason, I decided not to submit it for publishing at that time. Since then, I've been on my annual trip to visit family in the Midwest. For the first time in my 32 years living in Bisbee, my return home did not make me giddy with happiness and energy. I thought this might be because we've invited those people I moved away from to come to town in droves. This made me realize something else that surprised me. I didn't submit my letter because for the first time in my 32 years in Bisbee, I felt afraid. That can't be a good way to live. So here it is. In reference to Bisbee's dubious recent honor of being chosen as USA Today's best small town, aren't termites insects that consume people's homes until no foundation remains? Thanks, Doug. I've been told that if you have nematodes in your yard soil, your tomato plants will die from the roots up. But you won't have termites. If this is so, perhaps we need a radical nematode revolution. Perhaps our first act can be publishing maps to celebrities' homes. Not surprisingly, Doug lives in Warren, not Old Bisbee. Anybody know his address? Trying to remain myself in Bisbee.
No, name redacted.
Name redacted because I have to.
Well, we don't know how to deal with this. We went through a million things. We could do this, we could do that. And I, at the end of the night, said, let's take the polite approach. And I'll just, because...
Okay. I just want to say one thing about the killer termites, like what they are capable of doing and what this person does not understand. One time, somebody just screwed me out of like $200 at a gig. And I may have tweeted it to you or told you about it. And within 24 hours, I had the person who screwed me, I had their name and how much money they had in their bank account and their Match.com password. So do not fuck with the termites because they're crazy. And you want to call them nematodes? You want to fucking act like they're garbage?
No, she's saying
like,
nematodes.
Aren't they a parasite though?
Nematodes.
No,
Good.
she's saying we need nematodes eat termites, and she's trying to
Oh, I see.
radicalize the locals. There's a lot of people in Old Bisbee that don't want new people here. Do you think, first of all, the USA Today Best Historic Small Town vote didn't even make it into the USA Today? That's on the
was online.
website that you voted on next to the best green chili cheeseburger in New Mexico. That's an actual fact. So, yeah, it's a nice thing to put on your resume. It doesn't mean shit. I have a similar resume.
Me too.
They act like, oh, now we're in the USA Today's top 10. Oh yeah, you know what?
All these
you can't
people are gonna
find
come
a real
here.
estate agent. There's a 3-week waiting list just to look at an open house of one of these fucking piece of shit houses that you live in.
Try to find a place that's serving food at 9:00 on a Sunday in this town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not really that concerned.
But there's people that have that mindset. This is as I forensically disassemble this. First of all, for the first time in 32 years, Senator, what happened exactly 32 years ago? 1975, what happened in Bisbee?
The mine's closed.
Yes, the mine's closed and these fucking artists moved in.
Right.
How's your fucking turquoise belt buckle selling? Not so good, is it? So you are the person, you're yelling at yourself 32 years ago, asshole. That's number one. Oh, wait. Where I should have circled all this shit while you're reading it.
I love coming back from the Midwest or wherever and not giddy.
Yeah, and she's so unhappy and that all that energy.
Doug, you've been in the tropics.
Why do you go back?
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
do you fucking leave?
You've been in the tropics in a third world country where it's nothing but pineapples and fucking pai gow, and you come back giddy because you come back because you want to be here. If you're coming back not giddy, is it because we were voted the best?
A dubious
Some
honor
really
that you didn't
random
earn.
You all of a sudden entered through a curtain that you didn't like? What the fuck?
Idea that she's writing letters to the editor makes it apparent she probably doesn't even know how the internet works. So, she's a person who writes to Dear Abby and then buys the newspaper every day
Just
to see
waiting
if
to see.
her letter gets chosen.
And thinks there's a Dear Abby.
Why doesn't Abby write me back?
I love the way she looks.
She's
in
so
her picture.
personal.
I was still wondering who is those people that she moved away from that you invited back. I'm not clear on.
I assume it's the people she's going back to visit every fucking year.
Right.
My family. Now my family wants to come here. I only have to go there once a year.
I tell them it's a shithole here, and you've now told them it's nice.
They can read it. It's in the USA Today. Well, it's not even in the USA Today. They have the internet.
And this dropped just like 2 days too soon because when she writes at the end, oh wait, first, the fucking best part of this, perhaps our first act can be publishing maps of celebrity homes. Does anybody know his address? Yes. Everybody. I'm getting letters from prisons because I put out 212 Van Dyke Street, Bisbee, Arizona on all social media, on my podcast, because we like mail, and it's weird when we get a weird visitor. And if I'm in the mood, hey, we've made a few friends doing that.
People completely sequestered from society that actually smoked cigarettes where the tobacco was smuggled in, keistered into the prison. They have your address.
They have my address, and they can stop by when they finally get released.
And she needs a celebrity maps home.
Not
Celebrity Homes map.
surprisingly, and for the listener, when she says not surprisingly, Doug lives in Warren, not Old Bisbee. What? Warren is part of Bisbee.
Yeah.
In case you think, but there's and that's why it dropped just too late, because we could have had Kenny or Derek for mayor. Neither of them got enough signatures, but there might be a way to do write-in. But if she's that hung up on he lives in Warren, like is one of those candidates should have proposed to build a wall between Old Bisbee and Warren. Of course he lives in Warren. Fuck you. I had such a nice diplomatic email. I wrote to her, and I was waiting to get her email address from a mutual friend, and I got it. And then in the morning I woke up and I fucking hated her right away again. And I'm like, I don't have to always be a fucking diplomat. You could have fucking called me. If you Google Doug Stanhope address, it's the first thing that comes up on Google. You could have stopped by. You could have fucking called
and hand delivered her fake fucking letter.
Well, listen, it's certainly, you assume that it's easy to pick out your house.
Oh my god!
You can fly over this
God.
place in an aeroplane,
And
Okay.
they have.
and they have, and
I
you
tried
know
to
where
find
it is.
on Google Maps because I forgot what your address was, and so just for fun, I was great. Let's find it on Google Maps, and I zeroed in. I just did Bisbee, Arizona, and I zeroed in right in on it. I know exactly. You can tell exactly where your house is from, just if you know what it looks
The
like.
right
It's crazy.
move is to actually just reach out. Like I have that email saved and go, hey, let's just have a conversation. I don't know. You must have me misconstrued as to, I thought I was doing a positive thing by just getting that title, and it gave the Killer Termites something to do. And we had fun making it number one when it shouldn't be number one. Don't worry, name redacted. People will show up here, take a look around, and go, "Oh, fuck this."
And then next year,
It's pretty
it won't
for a
be.
day.
I just really want to say though that the Killer Termites are capable of miracles. They are capable of like astounding devastation.
Yeah.
That's
And-
true.
and-
And this person does not know what the fuck they're
You
dealing
have
with.
no idea how much this really did upset me last night.
Yeah.
All the other fucking problems I've had in my life, this really fucking hurt. Because I
is your home.
And the Killer Termites. Termites destroy foundations.
Right.
You know what? First of all, look up the reason they're called Killer Termites. Hopefully that's now on my Wikipedia page. They build houses. The Killer Termites, that girl, the
Amanda.
Rebecca Vitzman.
legendary
Rebecca.
story,
Rebecca, that's it,
Vitzman,
Rebecca.
that
Sorry,
said,
Amanda.
actually, Wolf Blitzer, I'm an atheist. We started a GoFundMe on that, and they raised $127,000. I doubt this person is a church-going person. She's an artist. The Killer Termites built the toilets, or were responsible for getting the toilets.
Helped a lot.
Well, without the seed money, they couldn't
Yeah,
have got the
no way.
grant. Killer Termites get the seed money for the toilets at the Warren Ballpark. The Killer Termites, they destroy prejudice. I forget exactly what the example was when I was writing all this shit down. But yeah, they got their name, Killer Termites, from some awful journalist, I say in huge quotations in the UK,
Oh yeah, that lady.
that
Yeah.
did an op-ed piece about shitting on some guys fighting for the right to die, a guy who had locked-in syndrome, who could only communicate by blinking at a screen, and she wrote he was suing for the right to die, and she just shit on him. You know what? I don't know what his problem is. Other people have this disease. Stephen Hawking comes to mind. And I just wrote, I put out a tweet with a link to it, and I went, look at what this cunt said about this poor bastard. You can't blink yourself to death. Like, he needs assisted suicide. Most
He's
people
tried.
can just do it themselves. He can't. And I just said, look at what this cunt wrote with a link. And they piled on her on Twitter and just destroyed her.
And then
she wrote a follow-up article about cyberbullying. I think I just said this on a podcast, but I'm saying it again so people know.
It's worth repeating. I mean, there's a history to it.
So she wrote that his fans came at me like a pack of killer termites. And that's what coined the name Killer Termites, because they fight injustice. They're
as a team. A community, if you will.
Yeah. They just some guy made a website where he just stole my entire life, quoted bits or Troy Home.
Yeah, Troy. Oh, I remember.
Troy Home.
He's no longer there. Don't worry.
But if you Google him, he comes up on the first page of Google. I think it's Urban Dictionary, like just how he tried to steal my entire persona, the whole transvestite hooker story or something. He changed.
He passed it off as himself. He passed it off as himself.
Yeah,
he did steal
verbatim me. Yeah. Not parallel thinking. Exact stories, word for word from website updates.
Cut and
just
paste.
Change out. And they fucking, they destroy fraud. They build homes. They fucking look out for bad people. And when we can team up, that's what Killer Termites do, asshole.
One of the, I guess I'm only going to have to speak for myself and not the Doug Stanhope podcast right now. But one of the things that bothered me that she said was, she didn't submit her letter because for the first time in her life, she felt afraid.
Terrified.
And knowing that I'm part of the Killer Termites and a lot of the other Killer Termites, you fucking should be afraid then if you're going to fucking act like that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Like, terrified.
That's why I thought...
That was one of the worst things I thought.
She might be a bit crazy, and I know she's fucking cranky. And
Then you don't pick fights with people you already know you should be afraid of.
No, she should feel protected. And that's why I wanted to reach out and go, hey, listen, let's have a discussion. Because a lot of people think, I don't want to bring up, there's a lot of fucking rumors that go around because we never leave the house. So God knows what people think. So it would be nice to have a discussion first.
You know, I think it would be wrong if we didn't at least highlight the one positive of this. And I know you guys realize it. It's just maybe I need to say it. This person actually highlighted on something that even the city council was unable to give you credit for, which was the historic small town and the Killer Termites. And right here, thanks, Doug.
Oh, all right. Yes. All right.
I mean, it was Bisbee Day, I know, / Killer Termites Day. And we have a city manager saying, oh, we'll take care of you. Oh, this will happen. Oh, it was our fuck up
no,
kind
the
of thing.
city manager's cool. I just didn't follow up on it.
I know. But listen, thanks, Doug. So there's a little silver lining.
There's a silver lining. That, yes, Killer Termites did get credit for a shitty letter to the editor.
I know.
Hey, if we blur out your face and change your voice, do you know this person?
Yeah.
This is the governor of Arizona is here. Governor of America. I'm sorry.
You want me to do an effects
Arizona
thing?
district.
The commissioner.
We can.
We need to muscle up.
If you want to talk.
Hold
about
on.
person,
Stop. Let's take a break.
All right,
let's take a break. We'll figure out what we're gonna do.
Break.
Okay.
Hey, this is Doug Stanhope, and for those of you who ask me when I occasionally check my internet, can I get a signed copy of the book? Yes, you can. If you already have the book, wait till I go on tour. But if you want a signed copy right now, go to DougStanhope.com, go to the merch page, and Chaille has them, or go to whatever page Chaille has them on, because he makes this podcast work, and he's selling the things, and I sign them all day when I'm trying to watch hockey. Why do I watch hockey? Because I hate basketball, but I also watch basketball. I'm trying to do whatever I can do to not work. I'll be working soon, but that's against my will. So go to DougStanhope.com and order a book that I have to sit here and sign when I was otherwise trying to watch a sporting event that I don't like while I'm drinking. Thank you. We're back from a break. Cocktails are made. I just want to go back and mention that the threatening tones of our hubris about you should be afraid of the killer termites. That wasn't about you should be afraid for your life or a fire starting accidentally.
No, not at all. I was only saying that was the only portion of the letter that actually made sense. If knowing what the killer termites are capable of, that's a reasonable thing to be afraid of, but not in a physical way. I wouldn't want to be an enemy of the killer termites, and I don't want Name Obscured to be an enemy of the killer termites either.
No, I'm afraid of the killer termites. That's why because they get riled up and they're a very tenacious niche. Again, I want to find another word other than fan base, and they're not even an audience. They're a fucking cult. Fuck
Yes.
it. We're a cult, God damn it. I'm not even the leader. It's a communist cult because no one's in charge. We're socialists. We're a socialist cult. Point being that, that's why you do shit like, hey, let's make Bisbee #1 as a goof, just because there's no other way they would be #1. Let's see if we can do it. And this woman is acting like everyone's gonna drive down and start fucking gentrifying the place. Yeah, really?
That's plan B.
Yeah, and that'll happen in Warren. It's not going to happen in Old Bisbee.
Yeah.
People are going to say, oh, I have to walk up 95 stairs to bring my groceries? Not my fat fuck audience. No, they'll move over here, if anywhere, and we're going to build that goddamn wall. To get some insight on this person, because I only know her through mutual friends, and she's a bit of a crab apple from what I've heard. A crab apple. Write that in your next letter. He called me the C word. All right, we have a he's the Prime Minister of North America, so we're going to have to shield his identity. Tell us what you know firsthand about your dealings with this woman. Name redacted, which is her actual name.
That's what makes it so hard.
You've dealt with this woman.
On different levels, absolutely. In the dietary form, she would bake bread and sold it in a co-op. It's an interesting piece of floor art that you would put next to a door, keep it open.
But her personality.
I'm doing an impression of her right now, though. She is full of life and energy, and is a...
Why would she put this in the newspaper? Do you think she's really afraid that the USA Today dumb online pool that never actually went into the newspaper at all is going to fuck up her town?
Well, she's definitely prone to, as of late, some paranoia, absolutely. So, I don't see her like people of that age and that ilk in that year, that third decade going.
Roughly what age?
60 plus, maybe.
All right.
They're tired of a lot of things. They come. It seems outwardly they claim to be more libertarian, but they don't want to pay any more for things that are going on, and they want no more. They don't want anybody else coming down here.
The people that would come because of that, no one says, oh, I want to move somewhere different. Let's find a small historic town off an obscure website. They come down and they spend money and they fuck off. I mean, when we did this special that we filmed in November, that hopefully will be coming out soon. Yeah, shitloads of people came down, spent shitloads of money, bought art. Actually, at the merch booth, someone bought me an art piece they had made that day in town. Some artist. The fucking Killer Termites do everything you want them to do except see shitty theater.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. Be silly, Doug. No, and she does do theater, and she directs theater, and it's been going in that direction, you know, to a little more circumspect and paranoia, and it's interesting and sad. Because, you know, we're all here for the very reason that they were. Maybe they got here 10, 20 years before us, but it's a kooky town. You know, the people are the best part of this town, and their absolute biggest enemies are themselves. And it's just, it's a dichotomy that, you know, you can spin it any way you want. But
you know what? I know your voice is obscured, Fred Miller, but the thing is, that was a lie and a joke. But yeah, it really hurt me. Like, I'm here for the same reasons. I understand you don't like my art, lady from the paper, as much as I don't like yours, but we're both on the same page.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Did she use the word celebrity in there? Yes, she did. Publishing maps to celebrities' homes. Really? Do you think I'm a celebrity? I moved here because I was a failure.
She also uses the word nematode repeatedly, so I guess maybe now I kind of feel sorry for her. Instead of fire, maybe we can stand outside with a TV beak on and just shut her TV off repeatedly or something. That
wait.
might be fun.
All right. I'll just shut my mouth about the whole subject because the Killer Termites can work both sides of the fence. There's a line from Abby Hoffman's the biopic with Janine Garofalo. He said the worst part about being a liberal is you see both sides of the argument. And I bet some Killer Termites can send some killer nematode stickers and signs we can put around town.
Hosts.
The radical nematode revolution, to quote from her article.
Oh, radical. You say the word.
Radical nematode revolution.
That's how she put it. Yeah, radical. You're gonna have to Google image search what a nematode is, but in her diatribe here, she says that they kill tomatoes. So maybe later on, nematodes will kill your tomatoes from the roots up, I believe she said. And then maybe we have the pro-tomato people come in after the nematodes, and we'll just make it silly. And it'll still be funnier and more entertaining than any play she's ever fucking directed. Fred Miller. I'm just going to keep calling you Fred Miller because he'd have a sense of humor about this. Fred Miller, that was one of my ideas. Do I do the soft route? Do I do the hard route? Do I go goofy? But one of my favorite ideas was to stage a play just as an open letter, like a 30-minute one-man show, just going against everything that's wrong with this letter, but do it dressed like Mark Twain, the fucking white beard, and do it all theater style, and stage my own one-night-only one-man show as an open letter. And that's still in play. So, Killer Termites.
Stand down.
Stand down. Mail the... If you want to come up with some... say it again. The nematodes.
Radical nematode revolution.
Yeah, just if you make that so we can put stickers around town.
We'll have those stickers available on.
Send them to 212 Van Dyke Street, Bisbee, Arizona 85603.
We need artwork. Yeah.
Yeah, so send some artwork, but just keep it off social media because no one here listens to a podcast. When Margot first came on the podcast, she dressed up and put on lipstick, and as she's walking into the house, she goes, Do I have to actually get in a pod? So yeah, let's keep this on the podcast. Yeah, and you know what? If you're watching this on our video feed, you can see that his face has been blurred out.
Tell us the link so we can watch it.
Video feed? What? Where's that video feed? Just fucking with you. Yeah. Chad Shank at HD Fatty. Kristine Levine at Kristine with a K. Levine, or is there an underscore?
No, it's all one word. Thank you.
At Kristine Levine. You got dates coming up?
No.
July 4th.
Then book her.
July 4th. Yeah, I just agreed to do that. Yeah.
Book her. Yeah, tweet her and get her a gig. She'll play your living room, I bet. If you're
would.
not creepy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can be creepy.
At Ggreg Chaille, Chaille. At Egglester. That's Tracy. Tracy's the most fucking underappreciated, underannounced.
No,
Periscope.
continue. Continue with that. She should get the credit.
Spell Egglester for me. I called you Eggleston forever, and you go, no, it's Egglester.
Egglester.
All right, Egglester. And do you have a audible.com, for fuck's sake? We'll just plug your company so you stay in business. All right, Bruce from audible.com and Periscope. My Periscope, I do have a Periscope now, so we can start doing weird shit. It's at Doug Stanhope. And
you can also subscribe to HD Fatty and at Ggreg Chaille. And
right.
I believe Brian Hennigan has one as well.
I don't think Fred Miller has a Twitter account. But you can see him at Cafe Roca, the best restaurant in town. If you want a high-dollar Bisbee experience, right down the street from some shitty theater production. Fuck her. I've promoted her goddamn plays, and she shits on me like this. All right, that's a podcast. Let's have cocktails.
No.
Oh, wait.
Thank God.
Hang on. So come to Bisbee, the best small historic town in America, according to something no one will ever see. Stay at the Shady Dell Trailer Park. Have breakfast at Morning's Cafe, lunch at Jimmy's Hot Dogs, and then dine in Cafe Roca in Old Bisbee. That way you hit Warren, San Jose, and Old Bisbee, all of Bisbee. You stay at the Shady Dell. And then, you know what? Buy a house and make it real nice and gentrify the fucking place just to piss off that one lady till she dies. And grow tomatoes.
Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Drink your drinks and eat your eats. It's party time. Laugh your laughs and heat your heats. It's party time. Smile your smiles and glue your blues. It's party time. Dance your dance and shoe your shoes. It's party time. Howl your howls and suck your socks. It's party time. Yeah. Oh baby, grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. Grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. Everybody, grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. One more. Grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. Here we go. Party time. Yeah. Party time. Party time. Yeah. Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time, party time, hey! Party time, yeah! Party time.
Fred Miller did not appear and was never present during this recording or ever in the Funhouse.